to The Horror with your hostess with the mostest, Jenna-Belle, as always. I just realized my hair is sticking up. Ignore that today. I don't know what's going on with it. Anyway, not the introduction that I was hoping for, but anyway, you guys know anything goes on this channel, almost. But anyway, got a movie review to do for you guys today, and I'm going to be talking about the Poughkeepsie Tapes. You guys could not tell by the title of this movie. So I finally, as you guys know, I just got this within the last few days to a week, depending on when I post this. So this is a movie that, I know it's been out for a few months now. This was actually made and released back in 2007. Just got a Blu-ray release last year. So this was one of those movies that was just very hard to get a copy of, just very limited release and stuff or whatnot, whatever it was. But yeah, it came out, a lot of people were talking about it, a lot of buzz around it. And I kind of was really putting this movie off of watching this movie for a little bit, only because there are so many people who were, especially to like a lot of like people in the community, the horror community, saying like, oh my god, that movie really messed me up or really fucked with my head. So I kind of was a little like hesitant on checking it out, because I'm like, if it's really one of those movies that's really gonna like, really mess with you, I was kind of scared, because I wasn't sure like, what was gonna be going on in this movie. But I finally caved in, watched it and everything, and kind of like what I said in my haul video, like, I don't even know if I'm, like, necessarily disappointed or not, but, or if I'm more thankful, but this really, in my opinion, didn't really mess with my head at all. Once again, like, the stuff that they did in here, like the content and everything with the serial killer guy and everything, like the stuff that he was doing, I definitely think is, it was brilliantly done. Really was like, oh my god, the guy's messed up. Rightfully so. I think any sort of serial killer is pretty messed up, did some pretty horrific things, but it certainly didn't mess with my head. With that being said, though, I did enjoy it, though. I'm not gonna knock it for not messing me up or anything. Maybe I was just so kind of placated by, everyone's kind of like hype about it, that when I finally saw it, it seemed to be just kind of watered down. But whatever. So this is a found footage. You guys know I'm usually really not the biggest fan of found footage movies, but yet for some reason I keep watching them. I don't know why. But I have to say, like, for a found footage, I have to say it was nice and refreshing to see one that was not centered around the paranormal, just as, like, the Paranormal Activity, the Blair Witch, just any slew of those, Hell House LLC, which that movie, you guys know, I really did enjoy. And I could see, I know that there are people out there who probably are like, oh, I didn't really like the Poughkeepsie Tapes, for, like, whatever reason. Honestly, like, I'm not gonna even argue with that, because once again, with found films, I feel like there's so many, like, different tropes and everything that we see all the time, or just, it's a found footage movie, so that right off the bat is losing points for some people. I respect that. I mean, once again, that's something I'm not even gonna, like, knock people on. Because, like I said, there's so many freaking found footage movies that it's like, enough! But no, this was, I felt like it was really well done. Like I said, it was done back in 2007, so 11 years ago. But it was set, kind of like throughout the 90s, kind of like starting out in 1990, and kind of like, the documentary type of feel and everything, or like the documentary side of it kind of like, tracks the events and everything throughout the 90s and a little bit of the early 00s. So things like that I really did enjoy, and even like the VHS tapes that, like, they discovered and they were using, I really liked it because it really looked authentic in, like, that graininess and, like, that warped, tape and everything. The tracking's off a bit. It just, a lot of it was just, it felt pretty genuine, for, like, making it, and I'm assuming, I mean, I don't think they use actual, like, VHS tapes for, like, the found footage. Maybe they did, I mean, I'm not even sure, so don't even, like, if they did use, VHS tapes or whatever, like, please don't be, they used it. I'm not sure what they used. I'm assuming they just used more modern, technology when they made it. But no, there's little things like that that I really appreciated. But no, it's overall, I think it's a pretty stellar, movie. It's a pretty stellar, if it's something where, like, if you're like me that you don't like found footage because, like I said, it seems like every found footage is pretty much just some sort of retelling of, like, a paranormal or exorcism type of movie. You just can't stand it. I would say check this one out because, like I said, this was just a refreshing breath of air because it was not a paranormal type movie or a ghost centered movie or anything. And I feel like the whole, like, serial killer aspect with, like, the tapes and everything, stuff like that, I feel like would be, or, like, more, uh, along the lines of what a found footage should be, or should be like, it's more of like a perfect type of element for a found footage. But no, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I maybe slightly disappointed in not, being so kind of messed up by it. But I mean, at the end of the day, I guess in a way it's a good thing because whatever. Plus two, I think, with, as I said in the beginning of the video, I feel like I had heard so many people saying, like, oh, blah, 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 like, it's so messed up and messed up my head and stuff, that I think in my head, I was projecting it to be, or expecting it to be, so much worse than it was, that when I popped it in, I was like, oh, it's not so bad. But I mean, even with that being said, I'm not gonna fault it for not messing me up, but whatever. But no, I mean, I would say definitely check this out. Like I said, even if you're so, like, oh, I hate found footage stuff. Because, I mean, hey, look at me. I still watch found footage and I cannot stand found footage. I don't know. I don't know why I do that to myself. But no, it's pretty good. Do I think necessarily it's worth all the buzz? Because, like I said, it seemed like there was a lot of buzz. Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like some of the buzz was just way overboard, but at the same time, some of it was well deserved, just because, it had been so long since people were able to, like, get a copy of this or even, like, view this movie and stuff. So in that aspect, I'm kind of glad there was quite a bit of buzz about this movie, but overall for itself, like, if it was something where it had been kind of around for a while and then finally was getting a Blu-ray upgrade or something, and people were still freaking out about it, I'd be like, really? But no, it's a pretty decent movie. It does definitely deserve, some of the buzz that it's been getting. So, but anyway, you guys, let me know what you guys think of the Poughkeepsie Tapes. I know a lot of you guys have already been doing, like, reviews on this and everything. Let me know what you guys thought of this movie. If you think maybe you want to watch it, pros and cons of the movie, let me know. But until next time, you guys, as always, stay creepy, classy, and a little bit sassy.